Hey there, this is Makar at Scalability. So today I'm going to take you through regex, or regular expressions, in Google Sheets. So what I'm going to go through, I've got these examples here, and I'm going to show you some of the basic regular expression patterns. So I guess to start off with, what is a regular expression? So a regular expression is some letters, text, and symbols that you put together, which I guess is a pattern, which if you used, you could repeat in different scenarios and pull out the same type of pattern. So maybe you'd want to pull out a name, you'd want to pull out, well, here, for example, let's say we wanted to pull out the animal at the end of the word. Here we wanted to pull out the email address within some text. Here we wanted to pull out the dates, or maybe tags that you might have. Phone numbers in a certain format. Maybe you want to put out order numbers and item numbers, maybe the item description if it falls, if it's got a pattern that you recognize and it repeats, then there's a good chance that there's a regular expression that you can use to pull out that pattern. And some of the basic things I'm going to go through is words. I'm going to pull out numbers or repeating sets of numbers, letters, letters of your choice, like vowels or consonants, repeating patterns. Maybe once you've found a pattern, you only want a section of that pattern to be taken. And maybe some examples where you might pick something, there might be multiple versions of that pattern and you kind of are happy with both. So let's get started. So the first thing is there are 3 regular expressions in Google spreadsheets. If I start typing regex, you can see that there's a regex match. So it says if it finds something within there, it will give you true or false. Regex extract, it will say if it finds a pattern, it will give you that pattern. And regex replace will say if it finds a pattern, it will replace it with something and update the original text. So let's say we're looking for the word dog. So let's say let's do regex match. So within this text, can you find me the word dog? So you can see that the first one, it has found dog within this text. Let's make this a little bit bigger so it's clear it's a cell. It has found the word dog in there, so it's true. This one it hasn't, because it's a fox and a cat, a pig, a cow. It found dog here, it found here because the brown dog jumped over the purple crocodile. So that is an example of the regex match. Let's copy that. Let's say the next one is regex extract. So within this text, we want to find, again, let's say dog. And so when it finds the word dog, it gives you what it's found and it just extracts it. Yeah, that's it. So this is the extract bit. And the next one is replace. So let's say within there, we want to find the word dog. If you find the word dog, replace it with cat. So it gives you the whole text that you're looking in and pulls out and replaces it. So wherever it found dog, it replaced it with cat. Okay, so that's cool. I'm going to really focus on, so that was the replace one. So now I'm going to focus just on the regex extract. Regex. So different ways. So let's say we wanted to find just the, let's go back to the dog example. So it found dog. Let's say, so we always have an animal jumping over another animal, and we always want to find out what that other animal is. And it happens to be at the end of the word, which is after the word purple. So I could do always give me, well, first of all, it's always at the end of the word after purple. So I could put purple dog. So that's okay, but it doesn't work for all of them. where it's not a dog, it doesn't find it. So how can I find the word? Well, instead of being very specific with dog, I can say, okay, I'm not looking for dog, I'm looking for a 3-letter word. So you can use a -W, which says, which basically is, I think it's like a word letter. It's just a letter, but that's why it's W. And so I want 3 of those, and that's good. So it basically finds whenever there's a purple and 3 letters, it will extract that. So it doesn't work when there's a character in the middle. So that's a bit annoying. I'm not quite sure how to do that yet, so can't comment there. And with crocodile, it's a bit longer, so it didn't work. So we kind of want it to say, okay, well, give it to me when there's a bunch of letters. I've said when there's purple followed by 3 letters. So to get a bunch of letters, you can use the plus symbol. So the plus symbol after a symbol. So you should treat this -W as just one thing, which is a letter. And we're saying that the plus means 1 or more. So it's saying, find me the word purple, and then 1 or more letters after it. And obviously there's a space in the middle, so it's acknowledging that space. So it worked because, apart from, it worked with cow, it just didn't give me the W because there's a dash. So we'll ignore that one for now, it's a bad example. Just remove that dash because I can't fix it. Cool, so that worked. But let's say we didn't want to show the word purple, or let's say we have different colours, then it will stop working. Yellow, let's do red. And let's say it's always in that pattern, it's always over the, and then a colour, and then the animal. So instead of purple, we could just say, again, \W plus, to say a bunch of letters. Aha. So it's picked the brown because it's found the first bunch of letters followed by a space followed by the bunch of letters. And if you started from left to right, that would be the brown. But we want it at the end of the word, which is always jumped over the. So we could then put jumped over the, and then you've got the colour and then the animal. So if we put that, you can see it's pulled out the section, but it's got too much information. We don't want all that, we just want the animal. We might as well just copy the whole text. So here we can use normal brackets, and we can focus around the section that we want. So let's say we wanted just the word at the end. We put the curly brackets around that word. So jumped over the colour word or animal. And there we go. And then we've got the animal at the word. Let's say we wanted the colour. So maybe this is animal, and this is the colour. We will do the exact same formula, but instead of the animal, we would focus on the colour. So we just move the brackets around this section. There we go, so now we've got the colour and the animal. And it's basically the same formula, you just move, up here you can see I'm just switching back and forth. I've just moved where the brackets, what they're circling. I mean, you could circle over another word, but that would be very useful. Okay, so yeah, so we've covered letter and we're focused on an element that we want. Okay, now let's move on to emails, and we're going to look at the or, using either or. I'm going to start from the back. So let's say we do a regex extract, and we're going to say it always finishes with .com. I'm just going to put .com. Let's see if that works. Okay, it works with all of them, but the bottom one, we'll tackle that one in a bit because it's .co.uk. And try again. I'm just going to put an @ in front. Let's see if that works. It doesn't work. Of course, it's not @.com. So there's some letters. So if we want some letters, we put -W and a plus. So we're saying a few letters, then .com. There we go. So that's right for all of them. Let's stick an @ in front. That works. Cool. And then some more letters in front of that. \W and a plus. So it can sometimes be a bit confusing with all things going on, but that's why you kind of do it bit by bit and you build it up. That works. So we've got an email at a domain .com. So it's letters@letters.com. Now let's say if you've got different endings, you might have .co.uk or .net. What you do is you add a pipeline. So it's on the keyboard. It's this. It's just a straight flat line. On my keyboard, it's above the backslash next to the Z. Oh, my screen just froze for a moment. We should be back. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this whole section. We're going to add the pipeline. We'll copy the section again. You'll see it doesn't do anything. But actually what it's doing is picking either or. Either this one, if you can find it, or that one. I think it'll probably start looking for the left one first and then the one on the right. But now we can replace the one on the right with .co.uk. And so it'll either look for the left, it can't find it, it'll look for the one on the right. So we've got the same formula now on all of them, and you can see it's pulling something out. And let's say we had one which was .net. It's not working. I would just copy all this again, add another pipeline, and put .net. And there we go. So it pulls out the email address. There's more than one email address. It will just pick out the first one. Except if let's see what happens if we put the first one. That does finds the first time it finds any of these. So even though .com is first in the regular expressions, because .net appears first in the text, it picks that one. Okay, cool. We said how to pick stuff. Oh, we didn't do out of brackets. So when you have brackets, it's basically looking for anything within those brackets. So if we had a regex extract, we're looking for anything. We had square brackets. It's treated as special characters. So anything within the square brackets, it's basically going to say, can you find any of these letters, X, Z, A, or W? And as soon as it finds one of those, well, first of all, it's going to order them, and it's going to look for any of those first. Is that right? And let's say O's in there as well. Let's see, what would that do? Yeah, so it orders them, and then it looks for the first one first, and then the second one, then the third. So if it was to order these, A would be the first, and it looks for the first time it can find an A, which is in sales. So it gives that. So this is quite boring. But what I'm trying to say is the brackets, because they're treated as a special character, they do something. You've got to be careful how you use them. So this is why a backslash is used to then turn it into a normal string character. So if I put a backslash in front and say, okay, when can you find a left curly bracket and a right curly bracket? Let's say we put them together. It can't find it because we don't actually have that. But if we put a left and right, it would then find it in the first one. So let's say we want to find August 21. We'll just put August 21. Obviously, it doesn't work for all of them because if they're September, it's inflexible. So to make it flexible again, instead of August, we put three letters followed by 21. That works for this one. It doesn't work if someone's put September instead of just a 3-letter version of September. So to do that, again, we can just change this up and put a plus. There we go, so that works. I mean, that worked for all of them actually. Except let's say if we've got 2019, that'll stop working, and then we're going to replace this last section with some digits. There we go. So we now found all of them. And then we can use the normal brackets again to just pick out the bit that we want. So we don't actually want the brackets on the side. It was just to help us find the date in the middle. Because, for example, let's say we had a date here in front of it. Let's say August 21. It's still picking September because it's the bit inside the bracket. Okay, I think we covered most of that stuff before. Now let's say we wanted some again, very similar. So let's say we wanted the numbers in the format number, number, dash, number, number, number. We just do the same. So we'd be a bit more strict about what we do. We only want it where there's 2 dash and then 4 digits. So got 2 to start off with, just 1. There you go. So we've done that one. Let's say we wanted to pick out order item. Yeah, let's say we've got some, I don't know, a bunch of orders and it's just stuck all the string together, and we want to break out the order on the item. We would actually, these can all be explained in this bottom one, so let's just go straight to this one. So let's say you've got, I want to say, what is the order number? I want to know what the item number is. I want to know the description. I would do, the order number would be, I'd go here and I'd say it's going to be order, and it's going to be the letters that follow order. Ooh. Okay, so I've got that, but I don't want the word order, so let's just put the circular brackets around it. Cool, so I've got the order number, and I want the item. So again, very similar strategy. And instead of order, it's going to be item, followed by some letters. And then the description is going to be the bit that is between. Let's use the same formula to start off with. So motorbike is between the order number and the word item. So the word item at the end I'm happy with. Maybe it's just the letters before item, so I could just do I've got too many spaces here, so beware of the number of spaces. There we go, and then I'm going to circle the bit that I want. There we go. So we've got a line of where you've mixed, everything's been mixed together, and you can separate out the sections, the bits that you want. Cool. I'm going to stop there.